The college football playoff gives an offensive MVP award every single season, so where are they now, the last 10 players to win the offensive MVP? Well, to start, in 2015, Ezekiel Elliott won the award for Ohio State. And he deserved this as he played amazing against number 1 Alabama, and then in the national championship against Oregon, he had over 200 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. He was great, finishing his 3-year Ohio State career with 3,961 rushing yards and 43 touchdowns, which allowed him to be selected 4th overall in the 2016 NFL Draft by the Dallas Cowboys. And he's played 9 seasons in the NFL where he's been absolutely amazing, making 3 Pro Bowls and also being a first-team All-Pro, but sadly got released earlier this week. And the 2016 MVP was O.J. Howard coming out of Alabama. And in the national championship game, he came up clutch, having 4 catches for 106 yards and a touchdown. And in his 4-year career at Alabama, he was never amazing statistically, but was solid, which allowed him to be selected 19th overall in the 2017 NFL Draft by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And he played 5 years with the Buccaneers where he was solid but never amazing, winning a Super Bowl and last playing with the Texans in 2022. And the 2017 offensive MVP was Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson. And in this season, he led Clemson to winning a national championship and had 3 amazing years with the Tigers, which allowed him to be selected 12th overall in the 2017 NFL Draft by the Houston Texans. And in his 4 seasons with the Texans, he was truly amazing, making 3 Pro Bowls, but then he got in some turmoil and would actually be traded away to the Cleveland Browns. He signed the biggest contract in NFL history with the Browns, but has been absolutely awful for them and a bust. And the 2018 award winner was Tua Tagovailoa coming out of Alabama. And he actually won this award in his true freshman season where he led Alabama back to defeat Georgia in the national championship in overtime. And after this, he played 2 more truly amazing seasons at Alabama in 2018 and 2019 before being selected 5th overall in the 2020 NFL Draft by the Miami Dolphins. And through his first 5 seasons in the NFL with the Dolphins, he's had his ups and downs, but has been a solid starting quarterback, making a Pro Bowl, and this offseason signed one of the biggest contracts in the NFL. And the 2019 College Football Playoff Offensive Player of the Year award winner was Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson. He dominated this entire playoff and destroyed Alabama, throwing 3 touchdowns and over 300 passing yards. This also occurred in his true freshman season, and he came back to Clemson in 2019 and 2020 where he was dominant before being selected 1st overall in the 2021 NFL Draft by the Jaguars. And overall with the Jaguars, he's definitely had his ups and downs, making 1 Pro Bowl, but has kind of been viewed as a bust right now. And the 2020 College Football Playoff Award winner was Joe Burrow coming out of LSU. And Joe Burrow obviously deserved to win this award as he beat Clemson 42-25, and he threw 463 passing yards and 5 touchdowns in the national championship. And this capped off his truly perfect season with LSU in 2019, where he had the best season in college football history, which allowed him to be selected 1st overall in the 2020 NFL Draft by the Bengals. And in his 5 seasons with the Bengals, he's completely turned around the franchise and has been one of the better quarterbacks, making 2 Pro Bowls, and is currently the best quarterback in the NFL this season. And the 2021 Offensive Player of the Year was Devonta Smith coming out of Alabama. Like Joe Burrow, Devonta Smith had a record-setting night as he had 12 catches for 215 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. And this also capped off Devonta Smith's perfect season as he won the Heisman Trophy in this season as well. And after 4 amazing seasons at Alabama, he would go on to be selected 10th overall in the 2021 NFL Draft by the Philadelphia Eagles. And Devonta Smith is currently in his 4th season with the Eagles, where he's been truly dominant and an amazing player for them. And the only player to actually win the award twice was Stetson Bennett coming out of Georgia, who won it in 2022 and 2023 when he won back-to-back. In both of these games, national championships, he played absolutely amazing, throwing combined 6 touchdowns to 0 interceptions. And after his 4 record-breaking and dominant seasons at Georgia, he would go on to be selected in the 4th round of the 2023 NFL Draft by the Los Angeles Rams. Sadly though, with the Rams, he's been a 3rd-string quarterback and has yet to play in the NFL. And the most recent offensive MVP award winner was Blake Corum coming out of Michigan. And this also capped off his truly special season where he had 21 carries for 134 yards and 2 touchdowns in the national championship against Washington. And he finished his career with Michigan having 58 rushing touchdowns, which allowed him to be selected in the 3rd round of the 2024 NFL Draft by the Rams as well. But sadly with the Rams, he hasn't done very much and hasn't had a great rookie season.